Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Chill Out podcast. I have Demi back on the pod. I'm so excited. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're currently chilling and it's storming outside, but I'm actually all about the vibes, so it's actually quite nice.
Cozy vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But how's your working out and stuff been?
Really good. I've been doing Pilates for a month now, and I can actually see a difference. My stomach feels so firm and whatever, and it's not even hectic exercise. It's twice a week. And I feel like it's the best workouts that I've done for a very long time where you can actually see the difference. So I highly recommend if anyone's been wanting to move with Nicole on YouTube. She's the best. But yeah, it's been really good. How's your gymming been?
It's been good. I don't go as often as I did before. I would do 5 days a week, but now I like to go maybe 2 days in the week, and then on the weekend I'll go for sure.
It's a better balance.
Yeah. But how nice is it? I was actually gonna say when you work out for a certain amount of time and then your clothes fit way different.
Yes. Oh my word, it's so nice. I actually feel comfortable in my clothes again because I haven't changed pants sizes, but you can feel when your pants are a little bit tighter, but it's not enough to go up a size.
Yeah.
So just not having that tight band around your stomach when you sit down and pulls and whatever. And yeah, it's just so much more comfortable.
Yeah, and I feel you also feel just more confident.
Yeah, definitely. And energy levels, and I feel de-stressed and stuff. I'm nice and flexible. Not flexible, what's the word?
I'm sure you are.
Relaxed, after sitting at a desk all day, you get all tense. So something like Pilates or yoga for me is really nice to stretch out your spine and everything.
Yeah, it's a full body workout. But I actually really want us to try the Pilates with the machine.
The reformer?
Yeah.
Oh my word, yeah. It looks hectic, but it looks so much fun.
Yeah, I really think that we should try it. I think there's only one place that I know of in town.
I think there's one in Plattekloof.
Really?
Around the corner, there's a Pilates studio.
Okay.
You must just look up all the details properly.
Because the one in town, it's always fully booked.
I can imagine, yeah.
And there's a lot of influencers that go there, so obviously it's expected, but...
Yeah.
But yeah. So today, I really wanted to speak to you guys about vagina health, your yoni, your heart center for a woman. It's something that I feel you need to kind of be educated on, because it is important to know how you feel and know what you need and know how to take care of yourself. And I'm learning a lot about my body right now, as a woman. So Demi, I feel has a lot of good tips. So that's why I like having these conversations with you, because you actually you know a lot.
Yeah. Well, let's be real. The school system did not teach you what you needed to know.
But what is your knowledge of good vagina health? What comes to mind?
So when I first started researching this long ago, I learned a lot about the pH of your vagina. So when I think vagina health, I think balancing pH and making sure, because it's slightly acidic. So you need to make sure that you don't mess with that. So for me, it's all about that balance, which obviously most health is about balance. So yeah, just making sure that I'm not messing with my pH, not putting anything down there that's going to mess up the little ecosystem, because it basically is a little ecosystem down there, So yeah, mostly just about that balance and not interfering too much. So yeah, that's what I would say is my main focus for down there.
Yeah, I was reading this article that I told you about, and I was speaking about how important it is to be aware of what's going on down there, and then also if you're having sex, making sure that you're having sex, it's obviously being fulfilled, you want to feel good and you want to enjoy it, but also having safe sex, so making sure that the person that you're having sex with is clean, and you're also taking good hygiene habits when it comes to sex and all of that stuff. So it's really important to take care of all of those types of things. And what are some of the ways that you find your vagina to be? I can't believe I'm actually open to talking about this, because a few years ago I wasn't.
Yeah.
But how do you take care of your vagina health?
Yeah.
And how do you take care of your yoni and making sure that it's all good and healthy?
Well, I think one of the first things I started doing when you realize you need to take good care down there was probably high school time, of not using scented soaps and that, because I would never understand I'm a little bit itchy, am I dirty, did I do something wrong, do I have an STD? Never had sex, but somehow have an STD. And then you start researching and whatever, and then they were like, certain bubble baths you can't use, and which I think a lot of women now know. And like one big tip that I saw before I even started having sex was like you have to pee after sex to like prevent UTIs.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense, but that's not something I would have ever known if I didn't go research it. So I'm sure there's actually like a lot of women that maybe now they know, but back then 5-10 years ago, like they didn't know that, or people didn't know that, like such a simple thing. Like it's like religiously straight away afterwards, or within like 5 to 10 minutes, like, okay, I gotta go pee, like I ain't dealing with a UTI. Like, so that kind of thing. And like I know certain foods irritate me down there. Like I can't drink orange juice because it changes the acidity so badly that I like get that dry, itchy feel. So I haven't had orange juice in like years.
That's actually crazy. That's
right? Yeah. So, and it's actually the only food that does that so like badly, like literally after one cup that night. There's obviously other food that after like a couple of days of eating it, it's gonna like irritate you, So yeah, mostly that, and like making sure she breathes, like don't wear super tight clothing, especially like overnight. Like don't sleep in leggings. If you're gonna sleep in underwear, like wear 100% cotton underwear and like have airflow, that kind of thing. So just those like general tips. I don't try to like do too much because I don't want to irritate anything. Like right now it's at like perfectly balanced, so I'm not going to change anything. Mostly just that. And obviously like I think kind of your skin, and down there is like skin also, so think about when you drink water, you're going to smell better and everything like that. So
yeah, because I mean, like even with waxing, I noticed as well, like certain types of waxes that they use at the salon, it's so weird because like when you're clean down there, like when you go for like a Hollywood or something and they just clean like everything, it's not supposed to feel a certain type of way, but it's kind of like sensitive after that.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of the waxes that they use aren't like natural.
Yeah.
So there's like certain things that like affect people differently. So like I try and like, if I'm going for like a wax or something, like I make sure that I ask like what's in it, and all of that type of stuff, because I've actually had like a bad reaction once to, because they obviously put it inside the lip area.
And you can't use like scented stuff, and like the stuff they use under arms you can't necessarily use down there. It's not like the same. It's sensitive,
So like that I've noticed, like it's weird how like small things can like affect it. And then I also agree with like the tight clothing down there as well. Like I don't sleep with underwear on.
Yeah.
I also try not to wear underwear like all the time because it is nice when it like breathes a bit. But that is a big thing. Like just making sure that like your underwear is like 100% cotton.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, like, that whole thing about like pineapple juice, is that an actual thing?
In theory, yes, but it's basically the idea that like whatever you put into your body, like your sweat smells different, like everything like that. I mean, there's juices down there. So if you're drinking more water, you're going to have like less of a taste and less of a smell. So like the pineapple will make everything sweeter, basically. Like your sweat's going to be sweeter, but it's not just pineapple, it's all fruits that adds that, or at least that's my experience. But just clean, healthy eating, like, will keep you smelling better down there and tasting better. So yeah, pineapple, like, definitely, but there's other things. You can just drink water and it will,
I thought it was like an actual thing, but it's probably because I watch too much like reality TV.
Yeah. But like, and like it's all over TikTok and stuff, but it's just like general fruits and vegetables will keep your skin smells better, your sweat, everything.
It's so funny because like, when you're like eating pineapple like in front of a guy,
and you get side-eyed.
they're like trying to keep it healthy.
Yeah, you can't eat pineapple in public now.
That's like so funny. Oh my gosh. So when did you start like becoming interested in taking care of like your vagina and like making sure that like you are like, I don't know, being healthy down there? Because I feel like obviously taking care of it is kind of like a skincare routine, like you said. So it takes like certain steps in education and all of that. So when did you become like interested in it?
Probably about the time I started my period, which was like 12 years old, I think. Because like before then, you're going through puberty, but you're not like necessarily smelling or anything because you're a kid. But when I started getting my period, then I obviously looked at like, do I want to use tampons? Do I want to use pads? Like, what do I want to use? And like, and then you just keep searching and searching and searching. You just learn more and more stuff. And like obviously being on the internet as a teenager, you come across like things that you shouldn't really be seeing. But like, yeah, that's where I learned about the peeing after sex stuff, like on the internet. So yeah, and then like Pinterest came about, and then I was Googling like what does the color of your discharge mean? Because when you have your period, and sometimes you get like a weird brown discharge, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, exactly.
No one educates you on it. So then I started Googling like, what does the different discharges mean? Like, you know, now I'm noticing like I have a smell down there that I didn't have before. Like, is it something to be concerned about? Because like we all have our own smell. And just like Googling as my body was changing. So probably then like when I came into womanhood, you know, in the period and everything.
You know, like after sex, what are you supposed to do? Like, because obviously it's nice you need to shower and make sure that you're clean and everything, but like is there like a specific type of thing that you should be doing? Or
I think it depends like person to person, and also what, like, are you having sex with a condom? If you're trying for a baby, you're obviously not using a condom. If you're on birth control and you're having sex without that as well, like there's different steps. Like if he's gonna end inside of you, if I could say that, like a lot of women will actually use a tampon to like just soak up the remnants, which I have tried before, and it just, you know, you get that like sticky feeling down there afterwards, and even after like your orgasm and stuff, like you have more fluid. So a lot of women, just to take away that like internal moisture to prevent yeast infections and all that, they'll use like a tampon, like the small one, just for like an hour or two to soak it up. You don't have to do anything sometimes if that's how you're most comfortable and you just want to do like a rinse or a wash down there. So it varies from person to person, I think.
So you don't have to do something like super extreme. Like you can just like go for a shower and like rinse down there.
I feel like the only thing you have to do is please pee afterwards. Like just pee afterwards, especially if you're having sex without a condom, because as they're moving in and out, everything's moving around and it goes into your urethra, and you can't expel the bacteria and stuff without peeing. And like rinsing it on top isn't gonna clean anything. So please pee after sex. That's like the one thing that like I religiously do. And I've never had a UTI or anything like that from sex. So it's worked. And some women might never get it. Like, it doesn't matter, but just to be safe, you know? Especially with multiple partners as well. Like, you want to make sure you're not getting any funky stuff up there.
Yeah, like it is crazy because like when I first got onto the pill, so I had a conversation with my doctor, and she's just like, okay, cool. She was like giving me all of the things about it, and then she was like, yeah, you do know that like you need to make sure that you go for a pap smear because a guy carries that HPV virus. And I was like, I literally was freaking out.
Yeah, no, it's very scary, especially if you but you can get a vaccine for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she should have actually, I'm not saying she should have, but like when I went for the pill for the first time, my gynae prescribed a HPV vaccination for me, but I never went to go get it.
Well, you
can get it at like clicks.
But you're only like having sex with one person.
But it's whether they only having sex with one person, that's the problem, you know. But yeah, so yeah. And when did you first start like researching?
Probably like obviously when things start to happen, like, but otherwise, like I think becoming friends with you, like to be honest, I did start like researching a bit more. And just being more comfortable like in my own body, like I wanted to learn more as well. So it's probably like only like recently, which is really bad.
No, but like I mean, we've done such a disservice as like young women in this time. Like we don't get given the information that we need. We get taught the basics at school in grade 7 or 8 or whatever, but nothing about like actual health around it. So it's nice now because the internet is a lot more open about it. But if you weren't told about it when you were younger, how are you supposed to know or even know what to research until something happens?
But exactly, but also like I think as well, like because I'm friends with like girls, like for example you or like Kylo, for example, I'm able to like have conversations about
like a safe, and you grew up with all brothers, so like
you're not gonna ask like your dad or someone for like advice. He's not gonna know what the hell's going on.
Exactly.
So like I think it comes down to like also having friends or people that you can actually speak to, you know, you can like learn from them and ask them questions
without
is really nice.
judgment also. Because there's some girls that are like, ew, I don't want to talk about that or whatever, and it's like, what do you mean? We all going through it, like
exactly. No, but the thing is sometimes people are very awkward about the topic, and I'm someone that like, okay, you know, I like to talk about sex a lot, but only to people that I'm close with. Like I'll make like jokes and stuff, but some people are very like closed off, which is okay. But I feel like you know, it's normal to talk about certain things.
because it is normal.
Yeah.
Like mostly everyone is having sex. Like, you know.
But I wanted to talk to you about like the female orgasm, because I actually read an article as well about how good it is for your skin, which obviously we've all experienced. It has like some type of effect.
Yeah.
But like, do you think there's like a science behind it?
Yeah, there literally is. Actually, there's this lady, and I don't remember what her name is. I'll find it for you, and you can put it in like the description for everyone else. She's studying like orgasm waves and like contractions, and like these different types of orgasms that different people have and whatever. And she was saying like, you know, at this point in the orgasm, like this hormone is elevated and this chemical in your brain is elevated. So that whole thing of your skin being glowing after an orgasm is obviously a little bit of sweat. It's going to give you that little bit of a post-workout glow. But also like your estrogen increases, which is what makes our skin look supple and, you know, moist and glowing and everything. So yeah, definitely, I think it's really good for overall health and your skin. I think it definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, because I actually want to read like a few of what like the benefits it says on this article, but it said that it increases like your blood circulation.
Yeah, well, it's almost like a little exercise.
Yeah,
you know?
So you're right. Like obviously your circulation in your face, it makes your skin feel like good.
And there's like your dopamine gets released and all of that, and like you feel so calm and relaxed afterwards. Like I actually feel bad that men can't experience like a female orgasm, because it's actually such a like spiritual experience.
It's like a spiritual awakening.
Yeah, literally. Like that first one you have, like your mind's like, you know, like
I know. I feel like guys just get tired.
No shame. There's like I actually also researched this like a while ago. Like a guy's average orgasm lasts like 6 seconds. A woman's lasts like 30 seconds to a minute. Like your contractions can still last for that long, depending on like the type of orgasm you have. And I'm like,
that's long,
right? And I'm like, 6 seconds. Shame. Is that all they get for all that work?
And they still like crave it.
Yeah, so much for that 6 seconds or whatever. But like women, can last from like 30 seconds to a minute.
But why do you think that some women struggle to have orgasms? Because I feel like it's a conversation that not a lot of people talk about.
I think it's like a combination of like your anatomy. Like some women are more sensitive than others and might just need a lot more stimulation. Like I don't know about you, but like I'm not one of those girls. Like I'm fairly sensitive down there. And then I think a lot of it is also like if you feel safe with the person or not, or like even if you're really stressed or whatever, like sometimes you're so in your head and you can't think about anything else, and you're not like focusing on the sensations. That could be a block. But I think sometimes it's just people have different preferences. So maybe the person they're sleeping with doesn't like fulfill that preference, or they don't know, or even if you don't know yourself, like there's some women that don't masturbate and they don't, so they don't know what they like. So how is their partner supposed to know?
But how do you figure out like what your thing is? Do you think it has to do with like obviously masturbating and like exploring yourself?
Yeah, I think so. Especially because I feel you're going to be the most comfortable with yourself, like when you're alone or whatever. There is sometimes like, I'm sure religious women or people that grew up in a very conservative household, there's like a stigma around it. So like getting over that like stigma of like it's dirty or like it's a sin or whatever. Like firstly getting like comfortable with that space, like that mindset. Because it actually took me a while to also be like I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to whatever. And then like just being comfortable with yourself, being in a comfortable environment, like if it's your bedroom, like when you're alone at home, and like watch porn, there is going to be stuff you're not going to like, but you're not going to know until you experience it. And then you just try different things out, I guess, and you will know what starts feeling good when you start feeling it. You know, you'll be like, ooh, okay, and then you carry on doing it. And it's almost like practice, you know, you have to try multiple different things. But I think a lot of it is like the headspace of like giving yourself permission to explore your sexuality and like the things you like.
Yeah, I think it definitely does have a lot to do with like sometimes you are like in your head.
Yeah.
And then when you're like even in the moment while you're having sex with someone, and maybe like your mind is like 5,000 miles away, or you're like holding onto like some sort of shame, or like it just feels like awkward and unnatural. So I think that when you do like obviously give yourself permission to like explore yourself and like feel that like, you know, this is a normal thing that people go through, I think it's really empowering. So like for the orgasm thing when it comes to skincare, because I love good skincare. So basically some of the things that they said in this article, like you said, stress reduction. So it like releases endorphins and reduces like cortisol levels, which is amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
Love that.
Have you seen that TikTok where the lady's like, it's the cortisol? Have you seen? Do you know that sound over where she was like, I'm so sick of hearing about cortisol. Why do you have a puffy face? It's the cortisol. She like goes on, but like it affects so much. So like, you know, that's one extra thing you can do to relieve stress.
It's basically a workout, like you said.
Like a mini workout. Like your heart starts racing a little bit. You sweat a little bit. So
you just feel like really empowered. Like it's a
like
really
invigorated
nice feeling.
afterwards.
Yeah. And then something about a hormonal harmony. So like the release of like oxytocin, which is actually one of the best hormones that you can experience.
That's the one that also makes you like connect with people. It's like one of the love hormones.
The love hormone.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Obviously, like you get good beauty rest because you're exhausted.
Yeah, like sometimes if you can't fall asleep, you just gotta, and then you fall asleep afterwards. It's like, okay.
Wait, but like honestly, how does that work? Wait, what does it say? So there must be something scientific about it.
I feel like it's just that like relaxation beforehand, because a lot of like I experience anxiety before bed because I know like, oh, I'm going to be tossing and turning and whatever. So it just like shuts off that little part of your brain sometimes, and you just like your whole body feels relaxed. So I think it just primes your body to be in like the perfect state to fall asleep.
Because you're so relaxed.
Yeah, I think, and you're like, you relieve stress, you're happier, you're in a better mood, which means you're likely to fall asleep easier.
Okay, cool.
I feel,
Yeah, no, I agree with that. The next thing that they said is glowing confidence, which obviously like if you're like working out and exploring yourself and feeling good about it.
And it's self-love, you know, like the oxytocin. So you're loving yourself at the same time, and just like also owning your sexuality, like as a woman. I think it's more about like not being shamed or made to feel guilty about something that's normal. Like why should we have to feel shame and guilt when men don't? Like they don't care. They own their sexuality, like it's a cool thing for them to sleep around. So I think it's more about just like why should we have to feel shame? Like where's the equality in that? And I think it is like it's gonna affect your confidence if you feel any part of shame or guilt towards yourself and like your desires. And you can't live a full life if you're like cutting a part of yourself off. So yeah, that's why I think it's just better for your confidence and like it's part of your overall health, you know. So again, comes back to balance.
Like what foods do you find help you when it comes to keeping the pH good down there? And what don't?
Just like mostly unprocessed food. So again, like eating lots of fruits and lots of vegetables, drinking water. Like if I drink too much coffee, then like, I don't want to say it smells, but you smell your odor a little bit more. If I'm drinking water, I don't smell like anything. So yeah, just like the clean eating, and if I start to eat a lot of sugar or a lot of takeout, like overall, like your sweat smells different and everything. So yeah, just that like more organic, unprocessed food, I feel like is the best.
So like whole foods and stuff.
Yeah, and like again, like I said, I can't drink orange juice. So like actually like fruit juices are also quite high in sugar anyway. So just water is honestly like water and lemon maybe or something. Yeah, what do you usually do? Or do you find a difference in the food you eat? Like
coffee, I definitely agree with. It does have like a certain like it's like a strong bitter. It's like a strong type of like smell, but water definitely helps. Green juice works amazing. I feel like if you ever feel like you don't feel good or like anything about your body, like you just feel weird, just having green juice is so good. It just balances things out in some way. I don't know how, but
like a cleanse.
Almost, it makes you feel good. It makes your skin feel really good. And also when I drink a lot of coffee as well, my skin and my face
like breaks out. It's like all connected. So
so I feel like just being aware of that. But I didn't know this because do you know every single word or term about like the actual female organ?
Anatomy?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like you get I kind of know most of them.
Like I think I sent you this. Like this is a vulva, which is like is that the outer skin of it?
Yeah, that's like the main, like I'm trying to think now, because you get like the mons pubis and the labia minora and the labia majora, which also makes up the vulva, and like your vagina is actually like the inside opening part. So like it's very complicated. Like there's lots of things. So it is interesting to go look at like a diagram and just be aware that there's different things, and like your clit is actually much bigger than you think it is. Like it comes around like the sides and stuff. So like knowing that it's not just like a little nub, like even that helps to know for like sex and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. I wish I could have like a little printed diagram in my bathroom of like a vagina, just so I know like where everything is.
It's actually really it's nice to look at. In terms of
like a flower.
Yes.
Yeah, which I guess is where the euphemisms come from.
Yeah, and like a guava.
Yeah.
Like it looks really nice, but they were like, I saw this other thing online where there's like specific type of products that you can use on like the vulva, so like the skin part,
like the outer
outer part. And then also I was watching the Cancel podcast, and then they were speaking about how this guy was like making fun of this girl's vagina, like how it looked. And I was like, I didn't even know that you get a vagina that like is supposed to hang out.
Like an out, which is like 50% of the population. So it's completely normal.
And then also like the audacity.
Also, you're lucky you're getting to see a vagina at all, and you have the audacity to make fun of one. Like, what do you mean? Just be happy to be there.
Exactly. But like that's the type of thing that makes people very insecure. Like some girls have a very cute looking one.
Like a nice tight little like folded in kind of one, but
especially in like clothing, like I know a lot of girls have camel toe, and then
but I think that's also the porn industry that's had like an effect of that, because they all like they get like plastic surgery and stuff down there to look like a certain way. Like, do you know what a labiaplasty is?
No.
They're like, I don't know if they cut the lips, but they basically like tuck everything in. So like I think porn has also like distorted what women's body is supposed to be like. So if you're a guy and you grow up watching porn, you're only gonna see those little like perfectly shaved and waxed tight, folded in. So when you see a real vagina, you're like, what? But it's completely normal. So,
but I feel like that is so wrong. Like I know like a lot of guys that like watch porn and then they take that,
they internalize it.
They internalize it, and then during sex they think of something that's supposed to happen from what they watched in like a video, and
it's film. It's not real. Like it really does like mess with them. But like if you watch any of those porn stars being interviewed, they literally say like how many takes they do, how long the days are. It takes like 8
are.
hours to film like a 30-minute video. That sounds exhausting. Like
it sounds
the angles and
exhausting.
Oh my gosh, no. Like kudos to them. I could never. Actually, I wanted to ask, do you have like a certain product that you use to like wash down there?
So I don't wash with like soap, because I use like a scented soap. So I don't wash like with soap down there. So basically what I do is, how can I explain it? So like I have my scrunchie, and then I will be washing like my body, but then I make sure that like when I go down there, it's not like fully in there. So I more rinse it out and like clean it with water than I do putting a product or something.
Which is like perfectly normal. Like
but that works for
different.
Me.
So like you won't be able to put scented stuff, So I use like a completely unscented glycerin soap, no scent, no coloring, nothing, to get like a good wash down there. But also like obviously don't go all the way inside, because it is self-cleaning on the inside, but just like around the lips and stuff, and I found that's worked the best for me. And it's perfectly balanced like pH and stuff. So like some women like only use water, some use soapy water, some use actual soap. But like I've heard on TikTok and stuff, a gynecologist does videos where she was saying like, like the Femi Gel like body wash and stuff that you see in the aisle in Clicks. Apparently some of those are really bad for you. Like they can be drying. Like you need to look at the ingredients at the back. And the best thing to use is either that like Dove unscented soap, or the one I use is the pure soap. Like I don't know if this is also TMI. I don't use a sponge because I don't want to put the sponge in and I'm washing my rest of my body with the sponge. I actually use my hands to like get into all the nooks and crannies.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's quite wild, but then I like just wash my hands again afterwards because I want to
maybe I should actually try that.
Just try, but
I didn't think of doing that.
Don't use a scented soap though. Like try to use a glycerin soap is like the best one. It's also moisturizing, so you are supposed to be moist down there.
Yeah, because usually I don't put the scrunchie like inside. It's more like just like a wash over.
And then the inside is just like, which is also perfect. Yeah, but I just like to actually like, especially after like exercising, you shouldn't be staying in your like sweaty underwear and stuff.
Thank you. Because that's like really gross when people do
yeast
that.
infections and stuff like that. It's really bad. Like again, you need to like air it out. So at least if you can't shower, change out of like your tights that you're working out in. But just like you do need it. There is buildup from like your fluid, so you do need to get into like the little nooks and crannies. But obviously again, I'm
actually going to try that. That's like a great tip. I didn't think of that actually.
Yeah.
But also like when you go to the beach and stuff in summer, that's coming up, like wearing a bikini bottom and then you're in the water and then out the water, like that already, that's also really bad. So try not to be like in your bikini bottoms for like more than like 5 hours.
Yeah. Like they're in and out and stuff. And at least if you are like, don't sit under a towel, like you need to let it all dry and stuff.
Or like just take them off, like let them get dry on the rocks
or something.
And like chill with your towel around, and then you can just get back into it.
It's such a little ecosystem. You really got to take care
It's like a
of
petri dish.
Yeah,
It's like so many things going
Like
on in
happening,
there.
yeah.
But it's so beautiful to think about it. Like when I look at those pictures, like the one that I sent you in that article, it's pretty. It's like,
yeah.
it's really nice.
I'd rather look at that than a man's.
But the last thing I wanted to speak about was, have you ever heard of a yoni cleanse?
No, not like, is it like a physical cleanse or like you drink something for it?
So basically, in like
Okay.
that you like basically like put a towel over you, and the steam is like positioned like right there where your vagina is.
Yeah.
And I think you like spread your legs a little bit, but I think you're like, it's like a spa type of environment.
Yes.
And it steams like,
Do they put herbs in the steam?
I think like aromatherapy oils.
Yeah. That sounds like it would be amazing.
I know,
I
right?
want to do that.
I feel like it like just opens up
Yeah,
everything.
and like you sweat out whatever might be like built up or something like
Yeah.
that. That sounds really good. Can we do it here?
I think so. Like I'm actually gonna research it because I would like to try it.
Yeah,
But
that
they
sounds
steam
so
everything up
relaxing.
there. It
Like a little
does.
sauna
Yeah.
for your vagina.
Yeah, basically.
I love that. I want to do that. If you find a place, then let me know.
Yeah,
Or like if you can
I'll
do
do
it
that.
at home, like maybe over like your bathtub and like
I think
the
you
steam
can, yeah.
should be okay. That sounds really calming. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And, like to soften the skin. Also, like if you want to shave afterwards and you won't get like the ingrowns and stuff if your skin's nice and soft.
Yeah.
So, yo, that sounds really nice.
No, it's really cool. Like I saw it on this one TV show, but it was reality TV, so it was real.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna research it because I think I would like to do that.
Yeah, but thank you so much for like sharing your own like personal tips and stuff. Like I love learning from you, and yeah, I just think it's very important to make sure that we are like taking care of our bodies and especially our vagina. Like it's a very taboo topic still. And I feel like it's very normal to like talk about things. So yeah, don't be like shy or ashamed.
Yeah, and ask us anything if you have any questions as well. Obviously, we don't know everything, but like if there's something you would like us to talk more on, then that could be the next topic.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Have an amazing week, guys, and thank you, Demi. Bye.
Bye.